Hello, and thank you for joining us for another segment of Camera On with Authors Inside. I have a real good friend with us today. You know, he's my brother in the journey. But before we get started, I need you guys to do me a favor again. I'd like for you to push the like button and subscribe to get notifications to get more content like this. We're just gonna get right to it this time. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, and you guys will learn more about him. So go ahead, brother. Go ahead, introduce yourself right when I say camera on. Yeah. Introduce yourself, brother.
Good evening. I'm Stacey Bullock.
How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Mary, how you doing?
Oh man, it's good to see you, man. I ain't seen you since you've been home, man. How long you been home?
6 months now.
And how does it feel being home?
I'm still embracing it. I'm still taking it all in. Some would say it looks like I never left, you understand? But I know I did, and this change is different.
It's different, huh? What
Yes.
what do you what do you think is the biggest change for you since you've been how long first of all, how long were you gone?
I was gone 26 years on a sentence of 160 to life underneath the California Three Strikes Law.
Man, okay. Man, so
Yeah.
when you 26 years ago, things was different because it was different for me. So I know it was, how did you think about it? What did you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Things moved faster. Technology was, a very major aspect, a major part of me coming home and getting reacclimated inside the community and family.
Yeah,
That
man. Yeah.
that was my biggest challenge. It still is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Yeah, you look good on this side of the fence.
I feel good on this side of it too.
That's right. Let's say, what was your mentality that whole 26 years when you was incarcerated? What was your mindset and what was your feeling towards being incarcerated for 26 years?
Well, I was angry for about 10 years, the first 10 years of my sentence. I was angry, frustrated, because I didn't feel like that I should have got that much time for armed robbery. But I was still in my denial state of mind. I was still in that all about me, and nobody else taken, state of mind, pretty much. I didn't want to accept the reality and the responsibility of what I had done and what I had been doing for most of my adult life. Once again, I was still in denial for that first 10 years. And as I got into my 11th, 12th, and 13th year, I start realizing that it wasn't my family, it wasn't the community, it wasn't my neighborhood, it was me. It starts with me. It starts and ends with me. And it was my mindset, my way of thinking, my need and desire to be accepted, that's pretty much what the first 10 to 14 years consisted of with me, mentality-wise, incarcerated.
So you said you was angry, and after 10 years, your mindset shifted, and you started understanding that you was being selfish. It was your way of thinking starts and finish with you.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you learn most throughout your experience?
What did I learn most about my experience? I learned a lot about myself that I didn't know, some that I did know. Really, that was a big part of my incarceration period, learning about myself and what my thoughts, my words, and actions, the consequences of them, the hurt that I can inject on both my family and my community.
Cool. So what can you tell the youngsters that's out there that thinks prison is cool or committing crime is cool? What can you give them? What can you use through your experience? Because you got experience. So what can you share with them?
honest with you, quite frank, the first time I came to prison at the age of 19 in 1979, I thought prison was, I thought it was cool. I had a 3-year sentence. I'd done 19 months on that 3 years for armed robbery. I thought prison was cool. You know, I got there, I had a lot of homeboys from all over Southern California, had met some new guys, and I thought, oh wow, this is the thing. You come to prison, lift weights, then you get back out, and either you do the right thing or you continue doing the wrong thing. And I got right out and continued doing the wrong thing, hanging around the wrong people, being a negative influence on good people, you know, and wanting the need to be in them streets in that fast life.
Yeah.
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 My second term, I had an 8-year sentence and I did 4 years. And at that time, I started thinking, that's the key. I started thinking, man, prison is tough. Prison is rough, because during that 8-year period, well, I did 4 years on the 8 years, I seen violence. So I seen things that I didn't see when I first went to prison. Because when I first went to prison, I went to just a level 1, low security. The second time I went to prison, I went straight to a level 3, high security. And I seen gang members, I seen drug dealings, I seen prostitution, I seen murders, and a lot of riots.
Yeah, see, yeah, they need to know that, man. It's nothing pretty about prison, man. You know what I mean?
No,
And
no.
it's a world that they have no idea.
Absolutely. And when they say only the strong survive, the weak subside, that's
Yeah,
exactly what happens in the prison in California and probably throughout the country.
yeah.
You know, but
Were you, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, yeah, you and I were one of the fortunate ones, you know, blessed ones, you
Yeah.
know, um, to have our lives and make it out with our lives and health and peace of mind intact, what peace of mind we had left.
So, what helps you get through the day, and even when you was incarcerated, even right now in society, how do you stay level, centered and level?
God, I'm a man of God. I've
Praise God.
always been a man of God, although my actions didn't show that, because I had one foot in the church and one foot in them streets, and it seemed like the devil in them streets was doing more winning, you
Yeah,
know. But that
yeah.
has always been my foundation, and something I leaned on was my faith and my belief and trust in God.
Praise, yeah, okay, that's what's up. Yeah, that's what I wanted to find out. Yeah, I remember sitting with you on the yard, man, really, you know, um, going over our, in self-help groups, going over our stuff, man. And you was real at that time. You was eager to learn, and it's like you wanted it, man. And your work paid off.
Yeah, yes, it did. I was very adamant about changing my life, changing my thoughts, changing my actions. And you would help me a lot. You assist me a great deal. I always will appreciate that. You are definitely a great help for me.
That's what's up, man.
Seeing
This,
you get out there, seeing you get out there and staying in your church, and you have a wonderful marriage, wonderful wife, and
mm,
you started on a low tape paddle pattern pole of the job, and then you rised up. As you know, we were staying in contact, and that motivated me. That
yeah,
pushed me to see that as a man that did a life or a quarter of a century of life and
yeah,
got out there and did it the
yeah.
right way for the right reasons.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So, before we go, is there anything else you'd like to say to our youngsters or to our viewers?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Crime don't pay. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go to prison. Prison is not a place for a sane man. You know what I'm saying? Believe me, everybody that's been to prison has some level of insanity in them. You had to have to do the things that we did to want to go to a place like that where they tell you when to piss, shit, sleep, eat, have recreation, harass your visitors that come see you, your parents, you understand, your sisters, your siblings, cousins, uncles, girlfriends, if you have them, wives. Prison is, I used to say I went worse wish my worst enemy on prison. That's what I used to say. But I beg to differ now. You understand? Some people need to be in prison. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they just not going to function out there in the free world. So prison is a good place for them because they're actually dangerous, and they continue to be dangerous because of their way of thinking. But for a lot of us that went from the danger phase to the legal, moral, principle, value, Christian, you know what I'm saying? Whether you're a Christian, a Baptist, a Muslim, or Jewish, you know what I'm saying? Whatever God that you believed in, if it led you in the right direction and told you how you should think and act, then that's what you should do. That's the person you should follow. That's the voice you should listen to. That's the God that you should give all praises to, because he says, my grace is sufficient. And it has been for me. It has been for me, because I never want to go back to prison. I'd rather sleep in a park, be homeless, before going back to prison.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's real talk, man. Appreciate you for giving it to him real and uncut like that, man. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you more, Emmanuel.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, and you know, we'll have to do this again.
Absolutely,
All right.
guaranteed.
All
Real
right.
talk.
Thank you, bro.
Take care. God bless.
Camera off.